From start to not yet finished, News 3 has been covering the statewide cyber attack that has taken down departments such as the DMV. While the DMV is now back open, it wasn't always, and people were frustrated. We take you on a look back at our coverage and still what's to come in the days ahead.
Renew my ID.
From renewing an ID
Tags. Okay. Trading in tags for new tags.
to getting new tags for your car. None will be possible today as closures continue at state offices following a network security incident. It shut down in-person services at places like the DMV on Monday, and some state websites were down. Tuesday, problems still persist.
I got an appointment yesterday, 2:45 only. And, when I come here on my time, was not a sign over there.
DMV workers posted a new sign this morning stating they will honor all missed appointments. Driver tests will be rescheduled. While the FBI and state officials get to the bottom of the security breach, drivers won't be taking any chances.
I can't drive no vehicle without tags.
With services down and confusion in the air, Nevadans were hoping to get answers from their elected officials and top leaders. They didn't quite get any from Governor Joe Lombardo, who missed the initial press conference on the attack.
Unfortunately, there's a zest for some additional information reference other things that are going on with the state.
And when the governor did finally meet with the press, he was faced with some tough questions.
This press conference is not intended to address my absence. Yesterday, I traveled to Elko, Eureka, and Ely for pre-planned events in order to meet with local government officials and constituents to discuss emergency management and economic issues. I understand my presence was noticed in yesterday's press conference, and I appreciate the notice. But as you work through the crisis model, the crisis phasing, I participate in the mitigation and preparedness to prepare for a crisis. And subsequently, I felt comfortable in being absent in yesterday's press conference. Yesterday's press conference and today's press conference is nothing more to give an update on the current investigation, the recovery, and how we're going to continue to operate into the future.
And after a little bit of time, some services from the DMV came back online.
If you Google Clark County DMV, it says they're still closed.
Except for that, they are now open. It's not just an in-person return, but some services have returned online for the DMV, including registration renewal, registration and insurance status, and smog reports as well. But there remains more questions than answers. Chris was getting his certificate of title bonds renewed, but did not know if the DMV would see him. What was your reaction when you came here? Were you happy?
Yeah, it was like, I can finally get it done.
And despite several services coming back online, the statewide outage went into week 2. Nearly 1 week later, and several state agencies remain impacted, including state departments of agriculture, energy, industrial relations, and transportation, in addition to the DMV. And people are still left searching for answers. While people were feeling the brunt of the attacks at the DMV, waiting for those vital services, other people were feeling it as well at DHHS offices. Unable to access some of their benefits online, they had to suffer through long waits in person.
The doors of the Nevada Division of Social Services office in West Las Vegas on Wednesday afternoon, signs on the doors saying they are available to accept paperwork applications and answer questions only.
I was coming to get food stamps for me and my kids, but the office is, I guess their system is down and it's gonna be down.
Marlon Garcia, who did not want to show her face on camera, says she came to apply for benefits for her and her 4 children. But right now, new enrollments for public assistance programs are not available.
Everything's so expensive. Food is expensive. Housing is expensive. It's taking a toll on everybody. It's just not me, it's my whole family.
Outside of offering food benefits like SNAP, the office provides energy and child care assistance and Medicaid for medical needs and job support. But when Garcia and others showed up on Wednesday, some services, including signing up for new benefits, were not available because of the cyber attack on the state that happened on Sunday, causing frustration from those needing the help.
Now what happens, you are having people who need food, or need their utilities on. I mean, it's over triple digits in the desert.
Lori Taylor also left the office disappointed. She was able to meet with employees, but says the news was not good. She says the insurance she gets for her disability has been impacted.
They told me that I have to come back with documentation, and they don't know when they'll be able to process my information. Now I have to pay co-payments that I don't have money for, and I'm getting charged for missing appointments and things like that.
As the state works to recover essential services, the investigation into the cyber attack continues. Cyber experts say it's not an easy process.
Now that it is moved into the criminal investigation, they're looking at who created this particular type of attack and what type of information was compromised or exploited. It could have been records that were read and not touched, or it could be records that were actually physically taken off the servers.
And a reminder to everyone, there are steps you can take to prevent from being scammed right now.
And that's to change our passwords. If you changed it 2 weeks ago, today, moving forward, change your password. That'll make it harder.
We went back again this week to hear some of the experiences that people are still going through 1 week without a website.
My son has some problems, so I have to intercede for him.
Las Vegas resident Gene visits the DHHS office on Spring Mountain Road often for his son, but says today's crowd had far less elbow room than usual.
It was busy. There were a lot of people in there. And I've been here when there's only been 30, and they look like it was 50 or more.
It seems the same story as before. News 3 visiting a DHHS office last week, finding people struggling to receive their benefits.
You are having people who need food or need their utilities on.
One woman asking News 3 last week how much longer will their website be down.
Yeah, we don't have a time frame, and we don't know how long.
1 week later, and the DHHS website is still unavailable for access, keeping the lines long at the Spring Mountain office.
It's been out every time I go on. I'm like, well, I guess I gotta come down here now.
Las Vegas resident Bear says it's taken a full day to renew benefits at the off-strip location. Bear telling us it's not just the DHHS outage that's affecting the household, but the DMV outage as well, making the necessities harder to access.
Hopefully the systems will all come back online, because my roommate's actually been having to deal with some stuff with the DMV, and same issue, websites are all down, and so it's been like going up to the office or whatever for him.
It's important to note that those benefits can still be accessed by people who need it, but now you have to dedicate that extra time to being there in person. And as you heard from some of those people there today, it can be a little bit of a wait. Governor Joe Lombardo refusing to take questions from the press at an unrelated bill signing earlier in the second week of the attack, started answering questions in a little bit more of a calm demeanor, unlike what we saw a week prior. There, announcing that no personal information was stolen from the DMV outage.
Normally in these type of incidents, it takes several weeks to including a couple months. I think we've done monumental strides as a result of this investigation in short order. And tomorrow would be the goal, but more realistically, it'd be in the next few days. We have no evidence that driver's license data, vehicle registration information, or personal details from DMV records were stolen. If investigators eventually discover otherwise, we will follow Nevada's strict statutes about personal data breaches by notifying any affected individuals promptly and providing resources to help protect them.
I went to Pahrump and they gave me a rundown. Yesterday I went to Mesquite, they gave me a rundown. So now I'm gonna come over here and see what I can figure out.
I was supposed to bring back a document. I'm hoping that I can get through right now, so we'll see.
A day after that press conference on Friday, September 5th, the DMV was nearly fully operational, but there are still services that are impacted by the attack. And for any future stories, you can always turn to News 3 for those updates. Reporting for News 3, Will Silverstein.